And there we go. Happy Friday, unless you were longing. Welcome to the Fomo Factory. Bitcoin took a hit, altcoins took a hit, the S&P took a hit, and you might think, now it's time to buy the dip. I want to say, be careful with that. Let's take a look at the market and what we can make out of this. In the meantime, like the video if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notification, and if you are one of the Patreon legends, you should be prepared for this. Saved a lot of money, made a lot of money with this as well, so definitely go check out the link down below. It's also in the comments for you to change your life for the better. Now let's take a look at what Bitcoin is actually doing, and we should start with the S&P. So the S&P is going down now. It's correcting, and it's not much, but it was on a pretty big run right here, and it was sitting at its all-time high again. You might think, FOMO, you high. The all-time high was still 4% higher, but if you look at the S&P on its M2, the current money supply, then you'll see that it actually topped out here like it did in 2021, 2020, even in 2007. And if we go back even further, 2002 as well, all the same area, right? So it's quite interesting to see that the S&P basically just topped out right there. Now we know that Bitcoin follows the S&P on its way down, and that's what we have just seen. Matter of fact, I don't know how long it's ago since I've drawn this line right here, but look where Bitcoin bounced. Quite perfect on that line, right? And that's to be expected, as we talked about it a lot. I said, like, guys, Bitcoin can easily go back to 25K, right? We had this as resistance, right? Well, we had this as support here. We had this as resistance here, We retested once, and now it's very likely to retest again. And I think we're going to break down below that this year as well. If you follow the channel, you know why I think that. It's very, if you just look at the cycles, it's a seasonality basically, right? If you look at the pre-halving year, find the bottom, half of the year we go up, half of the year we go down towards the new bottom. Here as well, pre-halving year, we find the bottom, half of the year we go up, July, August, give or take, we go down under the bull market support band, and we go towards the lows again. Now, what we said many times, right? We go down, we find the bottom, we go up. Second half of the year, it's likely we go down towards new lows. In my opinion, from a pure technical perspective, it is quite likely that we will find around 19K as support. Why? That was this top over here. We had a lot of struggles over here, and that's why we had a lot of bounces over here. And of course, we can have big support at 22K, etc. But yeah, I don't know. This is some kind of a magnet in my opinion. And also, like we said, we had this trend line over here, right? Bitcoin was going up the entire year because we hold support at this trend line. We had this first touch, second touch, and the third touch, which is a trend, and we broke it. And I said, like, guys, okay, if you break something like that, then it's a high possibility that you are on your way down. And now that's what Bitcoin did. And not just did that, Bitcoin had the full candle was a 14% dump in one day. It's been a while since we have seen that, right? But yeah, coincidentally, it happens also second part of the pre-halving year. Okay, so what does that mean for altcoins? Well, altcoins are holding up decent for now because the Bitcoin dominance is going down with it. It's like if Bitcoin goes up, the Bitcoin dominance goes up. If Bitcoin goes down, the Bitcoin dominance goes down so far. Overall, it is still in an upward trend, right? The Bitcoin dominance is now still above the bull market support band, so it could still find support right here. So altcoins for now are not doing that bad against Bitcoin, but on their own, they still also went down. And what's really funny is we've drawn this line a long time ago, right? That this was the bear market line, basically, that Bitcoin broke in January. Altcoins finally broke it here in July, 7 months later. And now what happens is we have our retests. Here we go. This is what we've been talking about all the time. All the time. It's beautiful how it finally plays out, right? We said about Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin, we it had the same structure. We broke out, we had that retest right here. Now, what did altcoins do? We broke out, we have that retest here. Ta-da! So, altcoins, what could happen is such a breakout doesn't have to mean that you are going up, right? It could also mean that you now find it as support, but as the line is going down, you can still go down, right? Or like we did in the last cycle, we also broke out right here, and we didn't necessarily went way lower than that, but we did went sideways for, well, more than a year. And we made a new low even. We made a new low. We had the first low in December 2018 and the final low in March 2020, 1.5 years later. So, not looking that good if you ask me, and the big problem for altcoins, in my opinion, could still come at the moment that the Bitcoin dominance goes up again, right? What we see right now is the Bitcoin dominance is in a major upwards trend, and we have such red candles all the time, but overall the trend is still up, right? The trend is still up. So if the Bitcoin dominance keeps on going up, now while Bitcoin is going down, yeah, that's where the trouble for altcoins comes in, right? Because we said that altcoins finally are going down on their Bitcoin pair since the beginning this year. So why do they hold up in dollar price, you know, slightly? Because Bitcoin 2x'd from that point, right? But we also said like, okay, but what if Bitcoin comes down and alts Bitcoin stay here or maybe even go here? Yeah, that's the final capitulation for altcoins, and not just a final capitulation. That's your 20, 30 higher % move down in a single day, multiple days, right? It's what happened over here as well. Right? That's why altcoins really get wrecked. Now there's one chart that that really cannot use this anymore, and that's BNB. BNB is, and I gave my targets in the Discord as well, and I will give a lot of these targets in the Discord, but I want to keep it exclusive right there, but I want to give this one at least. If we look at BNB, what is it doing? Well, let me first remove this and show you later. BNB is in this massive parallel channel, right? And it's pretty accurate. We have these bottoms, perfect. We have the middle line where we come across a lot, and we have the top here, right? So overall, BNB is in a major macro upwards trend, and it could, by the end of 2025, let me extend it a little bit, it could be that BNB, and this sounds stupid, I know, but so far it's intact, could be that BNB will hit 10K. At the top of the bull market. You might really think like, yeah, Fomo, what the fuck are you talking about? As long as the trend is intact, then that's what it says, right? But it could also be that in the next bull market, we don't find the exact high and we go to the middle somewhere, right? That's also possible. Yeah, in that case, let's be bearish, and then BNB will just be $1,600. It's a huge range. Still, compared to the 200 where we are right now, it's not a bad, return for such a, relative low risk altcoin. But in the meantime, what are my BNB targets? Well, not so good, because this horizontal line that we see right here, we tested it multiple times, right? But the thing is, this is the only support. There's nothing else. What do we have? Yeah, okay, we have this here, right? But in between, and it doesn't mean it cannot create support out of nothing, right? If it breaks, maybe it finds support at 150 or 94 or whatever, right? But if we have to take a look from a TA perspective, yeah, I'd be like, okay, BNB is not doing that well. It's going down. It's now sitting at major support. If you want to take the gamble and you are bullish on BNB long term, you could say like, okay, let's load up some, because this is not a chance we have very often, right? The last time was in December 2022 or in June or even in May 2021. And after that, it had pretty decent runs. However, the more often you knock on, resistance or support, the bigger the chance is that it eventually will break. And if that happens, I also try to look at that. I'll be like, okay, then like I said, there's not a lot of support left, right? So if we have to look at this parallel channel, right, which we could follow, then we could say, what the hell is that thing doing there? But if we have to take a look at this parallel channel, then you could say like, okay, it depends on when it breaks, right? If let's say it breaks this week, theoretically BNB could go to $63. If it happens May 2024, it could go to 90, right? I don't expect it to happen in April 2025. I expect a bull run by then. I don't. Q1 at latest is where I think that altcoins could really crash hard. So BNB, $90, between $60 and $90, right? But if this parallel channel becomes intact, so we also break this, then what is there? Well, then we have this yellow line, the support, the horizontal support basically. And that's currently coming in at $40. And that's not the only thing. Okay, you might think like, okay, yeah, that's just one trend line. Who says that that's going to be true? Fair enough. So let's put a Fibonacci tool over it and let's see if we take it from the top to the bottom right here. Where does that come in? Exactly the 0.382, exactly at that level. Look, there it is. It is like picture perfect if we put it here. And that tells me like, oh, that's very coincidentally, right? And if you might feel like, yeah, but I don't have BNB, I don't care about BNB, so I don't care. Remember, a lot of BNB chain tokens are paired with BNB. Okay, so let's say, I don't know from the top of my head, let's say Altora is, I don't know if it's paired with BNB from the top of my head, but let's say it is, right? And BNB decides to go down 80%. That means Altora automatically goes down 80% with it. Automatically, right? Unless Altora is outperforming BNB itself. But so that's kind of what I'm looking at for now. And that also goes for my token, the what do you meme token, right? It could go, if BNB crash, nothing we can do about it. Yeah, we can add some extra liquidity with stables, by the way. So that's a consideration. But yeah, Ethereum, losing. It is holding on this trend line for now. But on the other hand, if we look at the bull market support band for Ethereum, yeah, you cannot say that we didn't break this, right? So this horizontal here is holding it up perfectly right now as well. Not much more has to happen. And a lot of coins now get taken off of their final support. And it's going to be an enormous bloodbath in the altcoin market. So that's quite what I'm looking at today. Now, there are altcoins, and I, by the way, love your comments, guys, because I sometimes got a lot of shit for people that said, yeah, you crazy, you should just DCA and this and that. And lately now, after the crash, I hear more after like, oh, okay, dude, yeah, nice. So please be prepared, because if you think that altcoins are immune or whatever, or that the worst is over, crypto doesn't often do what you want. That's just not what it's made for. But like I said, altcoins are holding up pretty decent compared to Bitcoin for now. Look, I mean, well, yeah, not really. I mean, I'm talking over the day, right? If we look at Gala, for example, didn't take a hit when it comes to Bitcoin. Yeah, if you take it over the longer term, Gala put in a new low this week, right? So yeah, when it's compared to Bitcoin, by the way, it sucks like big time. But it put in a new low this week. Gala on its dollar pair, for example, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Should we move this? Yeah. Maybe let's just move it here, the final last low that we had, take that as a new point. But, you know, Gala compared to on its dollar pair, yeah, it's looking terrible. It's looking terrible. The Bitcoin dominance has to go up with a little bit, and Gala finds new lows. Easy, right? And therefore, I also, someone said like, yeah, back in the day, you said Gala at 1.5 cents was still too expensive and it ran so much. Yeah, I'm not a trader, bro. I'm an investor, and as an investor, I am not really interested in buying here because look, we are already there again, basically, right? And the market is looking way more terrible now than it did back here. So, yeah, if you want to ask me like, yo, do you think Gala will see a new low? 98% yes. How low? We're about to find out, I guess. I cannot tell you that. That's hard to tell, but yeah, if I have to guess, then yeah. Do you want to hear that? I don't know, man. Illuvium was on a decent run lately, right? So people were pretty bullish on Illuvium again. Bought the top 100%, and yeah, it's fading back to where it was, right? That's what altcoins do. They can provide you with a 2x, a 3, 4, 5x in these small bear market rallies, and eventually it takes you all the way back down again. Illuvium on its Bitcoin pair not too long ago, since it made a lower low as well, right? IMAX, same on crucial support right here. Otherwise, there's a drop towards like 30 cents. So this is my 2023 gaming watch list, right? CeDeFi completely fucked, if you ask me, because CeDeFi, if you don't here, this is perfect, right? One touch, 2, 3, 4, obvious trend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, obvious trend. But what we did right now is we are breaking that, and it might just be a fake out. To be sure, I bought some CeDeFi for what do you mean at 60 cents? I think 60 cents. Yeah, around this level. But I'm well prepared for the fact that CeDeFi can go down way harder than where it is right now. Also, because this is nasty. This is completely nasty. Okay, what I've showed you is BNB is fucked. Okay, it's sitting super low right now. But CeDeFi against BNB is also going down, right? So it's not that S-Fund is at least outperforming BNB. No, when it comes to a already down going BNB, CeDeFi is losing, right? It broke this support as well. So we're in a free fall. We are in a free fall on this. And we can go down easy on BNB another 25%. If BNB stays at this level, then CeDeFi dollar can go down 25%, which will put it at 45 cents. But if BNB goes down, and BNB will go down hard, yeah, then CeDeFi is going to be on the biggest discount you could ever imagine, and then it's better praying that the project will survive. Because I wonder how many people will be left and how the team will think about it once CeDeFi hits 20 cents or lower, which is, I don't want to say likely, but very possible. Right, but yeah, anytime I said something goes lower, people were like, that's too low. And every time we get there and I say new target, like, yeah, so far it's always playing out that way, unfortunately. And believe me, I don't necessarily want CeDeFi to go lower. I have a big bag which is completely vanished. On the other hand, I am prepared, so yeah, it's okay, I guess. But yeah, now this one is going down pretty hard. And yeah, if we take some Fibonacci tools, you can, let me check. Well, I didn't draw this right. Sorry, wait, 1 second. So if we take a look at where CeDeFi, yeah, I have to take it from here, of course. If we take a look at where it can go, then you could say that the levels for CeDeFi are 45 cents and 26, 27, give or take. This is my golden area for CeDeFi. So yeah, I think most people don't like this target as they hold a bag of it probably, but it is very likely, very likely. And if BNB crashes, CeDeFi is lucky if they stay above 20 cents. but this could go down extremely hard. So I hope the team is prepared for that. Now, there are other good projects. Nakamoto Games, right? Although they are also taking a hit right now, it still looks bullish, right? Higher highs, higher lows, above the bull market support band, above this trend line. Nakamoto Games easily has the room to go down to 35 cents and still be bullish. So that's good. And that's strong support, right? Look, that's where this horizontal comes in, this diagonal and the bull market support band all at once, right? So Naka is definitely, if it gets there, you might want to pick some up. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, if I look at some other coins, just go over some, right? If you want me to take a look at some, put it in the comments. I'm gonna take it in the next video. Cardano, for the people interested, yeah, 25 cents and that's it. And after 25 cents, it's straight to 18, I think, right? And again, you could see this as an opportunity. And every time I open Telegram or Twitter, I see buy the dip. On the other hand, you could also, I rather read the charts because, like I showed you before, right? The S&P is correcting. Does it look like it's going to stop anytime soon? Maybe in a bounce, but overall, the general expectation for me is to go down. Anytime we went to this top, we went down hard. Top, down hard. Top, down hard. Top, down hard. Okay, we now have a possible recession coming up and everything. Is that a reason for it not to go down hard? I don't know. So if the S&P goes down, Bitcoin goes down. Bitcoin happens to also always have a big move towards its lows in the second half of the pre-halving year, right? So it makes a lot of sense. If Bitcoin goes down, altcoins go down as well. So yeah, I don't know. Buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. Make sure that if you do, that you at least have money to buy the crash instead of the dip. Buy the capitulation, buy the big discount, right? If you like a Cardano at 26 cents, be prepared to buy it at 10, right? Yeah, I have some bearish targets, definitely, but why not, right? I mean, it's happening. It's actually happening right now. AVAX, I love AVAX. I want to get a big bunch of AVAX. Do I want to buy it at $11 though? I don't know. Maybe at 5. Will it get there? I don't know. I think so though. But yeah, you can't be sure about that. But yeah, nah, I mean, it is... Yeah, it's pretty likely that all happens, right? AVAX on its Bitcoin pair as well. Again, guys, like it made a lower low this week again against Bitcoin, right? Against Bitcoin. Yeah, if you think that 25K for Bitcoin was the lowest, or that 26, then you might want to pick up some altcoins. But again, I look at the S&P, I see it going down. I look at Bitcoin, I see it going down. So if I look at altcoins, I see it go down hard, right? Yeah, these low caps, these micro caps, I'm not even really messing with that right now. Like NFT Champions, something that I have on my watch list because I want to have some micro caps in the bear. But again, like if you bought this a couple of weeks ago, you would have already lost 60%. Like, come on, that's how fast these micro caps can go down. Decimated. Well, that's holding up pretty decent. Dogecoin, I don't know why I have it on my... What up? I see ya. What the fuck was that? Anyway, Dogecoin, I have it on my watch list though. But it's sitting at crucial support. And again, it went there a lot, and every time so far was a good trade. So if you want to trade it, man, you can take that chance, set your stop loss a little bit here, right? So you are sure that if it now does break down, that you don't get absolutely wrecked. But as an investor, we keep on knocking here, right? And every time Dogecoin was here, cool, but the Dogecoin Bitcoin valuation is now actually also here, right? And that wasn't here all the time as well. So I feel like, Bitcoin just needs one more hit, and it's done with a lot of altcoins. Gala, I spoke about, IMX, Illuvium, Chainlink took quite of a hit, I think. Yeah, Chainlink on its Bitcoin pair is still in this beautiful triangle right here. And it just got rejected here again, right? So far, if I look at Chainlink, yeah, this is happening, right? So yeah, as long as such a trend is intact, who am I to say that it's now going to change? It could at least go down 30% on its Bitcoin pair, right? And then it's the question, how far is Bitcoin going down? And that will decide how far Link USDT is going down. So it might look like, oh, it's sitting at its bottom right here. Actually, not really true, right? Matic, let me see, I didn't draw this perfectly anyway. Yeah, Matic has some room to go down on its Bitcoin pair, but 17% give or take. Matic on its dollar pair. Did I draw a double Fibonacci here? I don't know. Let me remove everything here. Matic on its dollar pair. I feel like, yeah, it's a big area, right? I think that 38 cents is a pretty decent target. Volker Forged had a pretty big run, so this has some room to go down, and that's good because this was also losing against Bitcoin, right? And it finally broke out right here. So Volker Forged dollar also finally has some room, but although this was just a wick, it's still in this trend, whatever the hell you want to call it. And Volker Forge on its dollar pair, yeah, it can easily go back down to 290 or even, let's take it here, right? 270, give or take. Yeah, after that, I have a note here that I bought. Right. Stupid bull market decisions. I don't know, man. Volker Forge can go down hard as well. Somebody said in the comments as well, I had a weird comment. Yeah, man, stop crying like babies and just buy Sidus. You won't regret it. If you buy coins that have already formed a bottom, you are all right. Technically, you are right. If you look at coins that are forming a bottoming process, that's also what I'm saying. But if you look at the general market, then it's not looking so good. And a low cap as Sidus is especially not immune to that, right? So that's kind of the problem here. If you look at Sidus dollar, you might indeed also, like a lot of other altcoins, say like, oh yeah, it's forming a bottom right here. On the other hand, if you look at this chart, it has been making lower highs and lower lows, right? It's now, well, not really lower low, but it's in the process of it. If you look at Sidus Bitcoin though, what is it doing? I don't know why this chart is showing it like this, but Sidus Bitcoin is already making lower lows, right? It's not forming a bottoming process. It's going down hard, right? Sidus is, especially Sidus, is a coin that I would definitely not buy right now. If you want to buy some crypto gaming coins, then you're safer buying Gala, IMX, whatever, Volker Forge, right? And not such a high risk play as Sidus right now. Another one that I have on my list is Solana. Solana is also one that I'm shorting right now. By the way, it's really sweet. If you want to short shitcoins, you can go to Maxi. I just figured that out, by the way. Maybe you already knew that, but they really have, meme coins on margin. It's crazy. So you can short Bob or whatever the fuck for tokens. You can make so much money with that. It's incredible. So I just shorted Chain GPT myself. That really is shitcoin, but also a coin with a lot of vesting, and made a pretty decent killer out of that. I'm currently shorting Solana, by the way. So also, if you want to know about the whole shorting and trading courses, go check out the Patreon. Be a legend right there. It's awesome. The market is going down. We make money. It's sweet. But yeah, no, Solana is showing some strength though, I must say, because it had such a pump that it's now above the bull market support band and it's finding support right there. So it's a risky short that I'm playing, but it's also I think on a 2x leverage or so. It's impossible for me to get liquidated on that. Let me check if I can find it. But it's for me a longer term play, right? Like if the market really crashes like I think it's going to crash, then I at least make some money off of that, right? That's kind of what I'm doing right now. Because yeah, it would be a shame if you just see it go down and not really make anything out of it. Yeah, I have Solana. I don't know if you can you see it? Let me sharpen it. Shorting Solana now. My liquidation price is at $36. That's here. I don't see Solana go there though, to be honest. And yeah, with a stop loss you are set, right? And you can always fill up your wallet, so you set your liquidation price higher. But I think Solana could definitely go down a lot lower if we look at that Bitcoin pair. For now, it's also holding up pretty decent, but yeah, overall I do think that it could still fade pretty hard. Superverse is a coin that I have on my radar, but also a very weak coin at the moment, right? And again, it is sitting at the previous low, right? Where it was in December 2022. But please do not think that that's a double bottom, okay? Because that was the same period where Bitcoin was sitting at 16K, okay? Bitcoin is now sitting at 26K. So you can only imagine if Bitcoin goes back down below these levels, then all these altcoins get completely shaken off of their final support and can go down 80% plus, okay? Some won't survive, and you don't know which one. That's the problem. Okay, so please be careful with buying the bottom, or it's a double bottom, or anything like that, because it's not, okay? Ultra, yeah, breaking the big support area right here, and well, it's breaking, yeah, and I can draw it like this maybe, right, including these wicks, give or take. It's a big ass area, by the way. I don't know, man. Let's take this. So Ultra, yeah, not looking that good. Also, Ultra on its Bitcoin pair, it's been doing better than most altcoins, but it's also because it got wrecked harder than most before. Veracity, an altcoin that I think is pretty interesting for the longer term. I don't know why my lines are so weird, but well, yeah, give or take. Veracity is sitting at around big support as well. No more room for another hit, or Veracity can go down pretty hard. If you want to know my target for Veracity, if you look at this, then I would say, yeah, it lines up quite perfectly. That's another 50% drop, I think. Let's see, yeah. Yeah, and Veracity on its Bitcoin pair also final support. Bitcoin dominance needs one push to the upside. Veracity is done. Okay. Yeah, done. So please be a little careful with the market right now. I'm not saying that it will go down from here as of today, right? Like it could have a big bounce from here, right? Because this is crucial, big, huge support for a lot of coins. But what I'm also saying, it's also the last support for a lot of coins. And you just see that altcoins get wrecked over the longer term. Like the Bitcoin is now sitting at 26,000, right? Give or take. The dominance is at 49.5%. The last time Bitcoin was at this level was here. And that's what the dominance set at 46%, give or take, right? At best that week, 48. So the dominance is going up. Although Bitcoin is at the same level right now. So you just see that money gets taken from altcoins and is being put into Bitcoin. That's just what's happening. And then, of course, dominance take these short-term hits. Doesn't matter. Overall, if you look where Bitcoin came from, same level, dominance is higher in the meantime. And that shows that altcoins are going down. And yeah, that's what you can see on the chart. And that's also what you can very clearly, can see on the total tree divided by the Bitcoin market cap, right? It has been going down hard, right? And although we have this little bounce right here, yeah, it's fantastic, but it's still down 40%, right? More. From this where we came from, it's now down 41%, right? And if it goes to the target here, then it could go down a lot. So man, please be a little careful with altcoins right now. If you want to trade it, you could take a trade, set your stop loss as well, but I wouldn't be surprised if this year and beginning next year maybe the complete crypto market takes a way bigger hit than most people expect and gives you really prices that you feel like, nah, that's not gonna happen at all, right? Because that's usually what happens at all. And I don't want to sound unrealistic, but again, Cardano at 26 cents. Yeah, we have been here for such a long time, right? Since more than half a year, people are used to it. So they can't imagine a Cardano, for example, at 15 or 10 cents. Does it mean it's not possible? I don't know, bro. You tell me. Last cycle, we also went from $3 to 1.5 cents. This cycle, can we go from $3 to 1.5 cents? I don't see why not. Okay? I don't see why not. And that goes for a lot of altcoins. So if you want me to put some TA over some, leave them in the comments down below. I'm gonna wrap it up right here, guys. Please join our Telegram group, by the way. There's a link down below. It's free, by the way. But be with us. Can talk to each other. Nice place. Bye.